Yo, so we're going to get into a conversation with Genesiz live in Sydney, Australia. He's got a brand new single just out. If you guys are online, check out our Facebook page. It's HopeJamz Radio, and we're also on Twitter, 70x7 Music. Yo, so we're going to get into it. His new single is called Dirty Scoundrels, and it features Army Regime. So we're going to get into that in just a second, but first get a little convo. Genesiz, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, man. So good morning, brother. Thank you for getting up early and sharing some time with us, because I know it's like 7 o'clock there, right?
It's just about to hit 7 now.
Oh man, well yeah, so absolute pleasure, man, for me to be speaking with you then, and you know, for you to take the time, man. So obviously we're going to speak about the single, man, but just before that, what have you been up to? Because I think you were back on the show last on the show. I think it was January, wasn't it, or December? And what's been happening since then?
Well, this year we've actually been just getting back into the music. So I think when we spoke last time, I mentioned that we'd had a couple of years where we'd kind of been a bit quieter and we were just starting to get back into things. And this year it's picked up and we've been doing a lot more events and getting back out there. So I've been doing that, and musically just still working very slowly on this same album. And yeah, it's all coming together. So things have been really busy actually, which has been great.
And you've still got your team, right, which is the Commission. Yeah.
So there's a few people within our group that have been working on music too. So one of them is Acapellas. So she's a kind of like a neo soul vocalist / rapper, and she's got an EP that she's been working on, which Seven from Hogmob is mixing and mastering, and that should be out probably early next year, I'm guessing. We don't have an actual release date, but within the next 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, I've seen online Tanya's been putting up a lot of stuff, so it's quite interesting that you've got that mix there, so you're able to then work with her as well, I guess, in the future if you wanted to, and mix up your style, and that's kind of a cool thing to do, isn't it? Yeah,
we actually do a lot of different stuff together. Each person in the Commission is really different. So we've got a guy called Johnny 316, and we're going to start working on his stuff next year, and he actually got saved through, well, the Commission was very instrumental in him coming to know God, and now he's part of what we're doing, and he's got a very kind of like, I don't even know how to explain his sound, but he's got like this very underground kind of lyrical sound. I don't even know who I could compare him to. He's very, very different. So we've got that, and then we've got guys like D4C who are different again. Like each person has kind of their own sound, and when you put it all together, it's quite unique.
Yeah, man. Well, that's a good thing, to be unique, definitely. And they're all welcome on HopeJamz, man, so definitely send them all my way. But
I will, for sure.
Yeah, man. So you say the album, you're still kind of slowly getting it together. So where are we looking at there? Whereabouts are you?
Originally, I was wanting to have it out last year, then I wanted to have it out this year. I've kind of aimed for first half of next year. It's just it's interesting. I was talking with one of my friends yesterday about how my whole writing and recording process has completely changed over the years, where we used to go in the studio and knock out, 3 or 4 songs a day kind of thing. And now I find like I write a song, it takes me a while to record it, and then I kind of sit on it for a few months and just listen to it over and over and over, which is nothing that I've ever done before. But I think it's because the message that I kind of want to put forth in this upcoming album is different to anything I've done before. So last time we were talking about how I wanted to talk about, issues around mental health awareness and suicide and things like that. I think for me, because it's such a deep topic and also a sensitive one, it just seems like it's been taking me a while to get it right. So yeah, but I would, it's definitely next year for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, it's always good to chill with it and take your time, especially when it's something which is like a sensitive subject. You know what I mean? You got to make sure the vibe's right, I guess. And so, how many tracks are you looking to put on there?
It's looking to be probably around 15 to 18. So it'll be a full, jam-packed album. Yeah.
Wow, that's a solid piece of work then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. So tell us about this new one then, Dirty Scoundrels. Tell us about how you put it together and also the feature on it as well.
Okay, well, Dirty Scoundrels is one of the tracks that'll be on the album. And the guy that's featured on it, Army Regime, he's from New York. And maybe a year and a half ago or so, we actually connected up. So he used to come out here to Australia to tour quite a bit. And I'd see him at different events. We'd be booked on different events together, but we really didn't know each other. And then there was a time, maybe just over a year ago, where I don't know why, but I just thought, I'm going to contact this guy. And it's funny because when I hit him up, we realized like we'd gone through similar things, or he was going through things that I had gone through previously, and we just became like a support network for each other. And the song was kind of birthed out of that. So the song Dirty Scoundrels is just talking about, how ultimately each one of us, we have our failures and we have our shortcomings, and we we're not perfect, but ultimately we're, God has our back. We're saved by grace kind of thing. So that's the meaning behind the song, and that's how we kind of partnered up to do it. It came out of that actual support network for each other, where some of the things that you hear in the song, we'd actually been discussing over the previous 12 months or so together, and just going through these different things that we were finding, in our personal lives and in the industry and different things like that. So, yeah, it came out of that.
Nice one, man. All right, man, so I want to get into that in just a second, man. Obviously, it's been a little while since you've been on, but do you reckon you can spit some bars for us, man?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some early
you
morning.
Want me to do that right now?
Yeah, man, some early morning bars.
I might be a bit slower. That's man. Cool. Okay, this is a verse from another song that I've got called Still I Rise. Been on this journey now since 07 October. Allen Iverson, 'cause I bring the crossover. Used to pursue the money, but then I came undone. Would launder game like Denzel, you could catch me washing tons. Walking dead man, what do wages of sin do? Put a red dot on my head like a Hindu. Grace came in, no longer in disguise. Because of one who rose, I can rise, still I rise.
Nice one, buddy. Thank you very much for sharing that, man. Where can people go grab it, man, and also grab the single?
The single will be out on iTunes. It'll be up for pre-order on the 16th of October, and the release date's the 26th. So it'll be on iTunes. It'll also be on Amazon, Spotify, all the usual places. And any information on us you can find at our website, which is iamlegacy.net.